Hi there, my name is Jay, and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So recently I've been thinking to myself, why are so many people apprehensive and nervous when it comes to using AI and large language models? Well, this is always the case with new adoption of technology. And what I find is that those who position themselves to be able to use technological advancements in a creative way are always the ones who actually see the greatest benefits. For example, let's take it back to, let's say, 10, 20 years ago when the internet was still a new thing and not many people knew how to use it. Back then, if you knew how to, search through an internet website and find out the information you wanted, then you'd be considered a techie person or a technical person. Whereas now, most people can do that. And just because you know how to find information on a website doesn't necessarily mean you're a technical person. Now, it's whoever can use AI creatively in order to provide interesting and innovative solutions. But soon in the future, that's going to be the norm once again. And being able to provide creative solutions using artificial intelligence is going to be something that everyone absolutely has to do just to become a relevant or to stay a relevant member of the workforce and not to be significantly discriminated by with regards to the rise of Techism, which is, of course, the disparagement and the prejudice favoring people who are capable of using technology in the most creative and efficient ways. Now, if you don't want to get left behind and if you want to make sure you've always got a sort of job or thing to do or a method of providing value to society, then I suggest quickly becoming a lot more technical than you are. But that doesn't necessarily mean knowing how to write code. I think it really more speaks to knowing how to speak and communicate with computers, because as the popular saying goes, the money lies in between people and computers, because technology can do things for us at an exponential rate. Whereas people, of course, need breaks. Sometimes they complain. Sometimes you've got some HR issues and all these kind of things, but that's never the case with computers. And unfortunately, this is the cost of convenience, right? I used to have a music career, and the last EP I released was called The Cost of Convenience, because I saw this oncoming technological shift in the entire world, right? Like the first sort of massive revolution we had as a species was the agricultural revolution, where people were no longer dying from lack of food, or at least it didn't happen anywhere near as much as it used to, right? We could farm and we could create lots and lots of crops so that there was enough food to go around. Next, after that, we had the Industrial Revolution, which allowed us to utilize machines in factories in order to drastically increase the means of production and how effective those production rates were. Next up, we have this technological revolution, which is essentially similar to the Industrial Revolution in a sense, but it actually allows us to use machinery without that machinery having to take up space in a specific location. And this is essentially what AI is. And also it's a lot more efficient at doing a lot of digital tasks and tools related to the creation of communications and research. So this is exactly why you should actually prioritize using artificial intelligence, or learning about it at least, right, in your life, because those who don't learn about it, unfortunately, they will be significantly disparaged, right? It's becoming a survival sort of situation here, where if you don't learn about technology in the next 5 to 10 or 15 years, it's not going to be looking that great for you in any sense of the world. So yeah, I definitely recommend you at least get to know, maybe just in your sector of work or personal life, right? Get to know how to use these tools, because one thing's for sure, they're only going to become more and more widespread amongst the entire world as time goes on. And lastly, what I really think is happening in terms of a sociological level is the meaning of value and the meaning of what it means to be human is changing. Because now we can do things so much quicker. It's no longer a matter of we're out of time, but it's now a matter of what do we do with the time that we have? Because now we have so much more time due to the fact that we can execute on our ideas a lot quicker thanks to this technological revolution. So that's a real key question here. After you do get that time back in your life, what are you going to do with it? How do you want to make an impact on, let's say your immediate family or workplace or community? And how do you want to make sure that you're actually, remembered in a sense, or make sure that your existence on this planet actually matters to people and matters to someone, I guess, other than yourself.